As you may mentioned, I mentioned yesterday, Michael Vassilian, who's a Russian Orthodox chapel man, who serves in the Russian army, and he's been in various war fronts. And I announced his death, and he leaves a wife and some kids behind in Russia. This is a real hero. He's been decorated for his bravery. He's been in Yugoslavia, Kosovo, years ago. And how it happened, he was celebrating an Orthodox church service to the Russian troops when they were attacked by Ukrainians with HIMARS missiles, which are American, and they died in the attack. It goes to show how cowardly the American administration, Biden especially, and all the war hogs of Washington, they want an all-out war. I don't believe these people understand what warfare is all about, them, referring to them. And the Biden administration has announced they're going to spend $1.5 trillion to renew their nuclear weapons in America and throughout the world, updating them, because obviously what they have so far is not, reliable and efficient. Minimum is 30 years old, 40 years old, and believe it or not, and they are upgrading, as they say. This means probably sooner or later they're going to be engaged in some type of warfare. Some numbers. The amount of weapons which were poured in 8 months in Ukraine is basically half the budget the Russians spend on their military spending, believe it or not. What are the results so far? Probably more than 100,000 people dead in Ukraine, 20% of their territory taken away, and what's left of the west of Ukraine slowly is crumbling, and there's a risk of that falling. Question of months, we don't know, if the things continue at this pace. And the fact is now, Zelensky probably's got this idea of blackmailing the EU, because, okay, I want more money, more weapons, or otherwise I'll flood Europe with Ukrainian refugees, and that will be devastating for the European Union and every single nation of this member state, economically and socially speaking. Practically things in European countries are beginning to, get a bit ugly, and these influx of Ukrainian refugees won't help the public finances of those countries. They will go broke in a short time. They'll have a huge deficit, widespread poverty between their citizens and those imported from overseas as refugees. And as well as the fact you can put on the plate all the problem economically and socially each nation's going to face in the next few months. Blackouts, people are going to freeze to death, and these refugees are going to come flooding in. It's a social time bomb in the making. The new Prime Minister, Ruski, whatever he's called, he said he's going to have to cut or abolish that £300, I don't know, it was per week, if someone hosts a Ukraine refugee in their house. And just European countries and UK are having problems with immigration out of total control, and more public finances go just poured into it. It doesn't resolve the situation. This will create a popular uprising in these countries, and it's practically like time bomb ticking. You don't know when it's going to explode.